You know what it is, man. Boogie Balboa, chilling out here, man. I wanted to go over something with you real quick. It's become real popular today for people to sit down and say, hey, I'm living my truth. And when I hear something like that, a certain comment like that, it makes me believe that people are really unaware of what exactly their truth is. I mean, because your truth is not something that changes from day to day. Truth is more of a faith system. Truth is what it is, whether you believe it or not. It's always going to be the truth. I read this story the other day, and this is kind of how I get to my little conclusions is, stories that I read and things that I get excited about. But there was this tired bird, okay? And this tired bird is flying, and it finds this branch, and all of a sudden it decides to sit on the branch. Now, as it's sitting on the branch, it's admiring all the views. It's starting to notice all the animals that are gathering around underneath it. They want to actually get up to the bird, but the bird doesn't care because the bird is comfortable on the branch. Okay, now all of a sudden the wind begins to blow, and as the wind begins to blow, it starts to blow the bird a little bit, and it starts to feel uncomfortable, but more so, it starts to blow the branch, and the branch starts to fold over. As the branch starts to fold over, it starts to make a cracking sound like it's about to go. And the bird didn't ever get scared. You want to know why? Because the bird was living in its truth. The truth was, matter of fact, it had two truths. The first truth was, at any particular moment that it wanted to take off, it could. Why? Because it was born to fly. The second truth was, when it did take off, if the bird got tired again, there was going to be another branch somewhere that bird would be able to rest on. The truth was, I can get away. The truth was is that I will always find rest. That's where the bird lives. When I read that story, I got so hyped because I started thinking to myself, truth really is what it is. And so truth for me is that I should learn how to live courageously and confident. I should learn how to stop limiting myself to what I believe is my truth, or should I say I should stop limiting myself to my comfort zone. I read a tweet the other day that said, courage is fear that has said its prayer. How amazing is that tweet? Courage is fear that has said its prayer. Why? Because it's not the absence of fear. It's just you knowing your truth. You knowing and relying and finally being excited about living outside of your comfort zone and living your truth. When we let go of fear, we realize we can fly. Now, that doesn't mean that we can really fly. We don't grow wings or feathers and all of a sudden. That has nothing to do with it. But what we can do is that we can be propelled into greatness when we're not afraid. What that does mean is that we can actually move into higher heights in our life when we decide that we're no longer going to be afraid. You know what happens? Maturity kicks in. And that doesn't happen for everybody. You don't become mature because you get older. You become mature because you stop being afraid to be you. And once you reach that certain level of maturity, you start to realize that the branches that you once found comfort in were the things that were actually building and creating our insecurities, and they weren't building our self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? And so we need to align ourselves with things that are going to build our self-esteem. You need to begin to walk in the things that make you unique. So my question is simply to you, what is your truth? Family, I love y'all, man. Enjoy your Friday. God bless y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Boogie Balboa, baby. Peace.